Hey baddies, it's your girl Bevy, and today I'm gonna do a what the F review for the brand Bask and Lather. First of all, my girl, my fellow New Yorker, Cardi B has been just literally, she just took over my timeline. Like, obviously she released a project and she's been all over my timeline. Shout out to her marketing team, okay? They did the thing. All that being said, one rabbit hole led me down another, and then I found out about this brand that she promoted called Bask and Lather. Grow it and keep it too. So I'm like, now I know a little thing or two about business, and I understand that, you know, it's a pay to play game. So I'm like, first of all, shout out to whoever, especially black owned business that can afford to pay Cardi B, if they pay her. I don't know. Maybe she just liked the products, that could afford to pay her to shout them out to do marketing. Okay. Shout out to you. That's a flex. Okay. God bless your business. Okay. That it's doing well like that and you can afford to pay top talent for marketing. So I'm like, okay. So immediately it got me by my entrepreneur, you know, my entrepreneur mind just was like, who is this? So I see, obviously it's a black owned brand. And then I'm like, okay, let me do a what the F, you know, because I want to know, like, does it work? And so this is kind of a first review because I'm literally on the website for the first time. I did not prepare anything. So I immediately, first thing I do when I go to any website, first of all, shout out to them. Website is great. Everything is well organized. I mean, this is not a review on the business, but I'm going to give you a little bit of business tea because I think this is amazing what they're doing. They have their product guides. They have a hair quiz if you need to know which products to buy. They'll tell you based on your needs. They give you like a little bespoke approach, a little personalization, sprinkle that in there. They have their best sellers, hair care tips. I mean, just everything. I'm so proud. Great website. And so I normally, what I do when I go to any site is I go to the best sellers. Hopefully they have a best sellers because I want to know what's selling. So they have their starter kit, which is $119 right now. It was a lot of products, but I'm like, you know, if I do the what the F, I'm not going to do a what the F on everything. So I'm like, let me see what is the highest reviewed product so I can do. But before I did that, I came to the scalp stimulator because, you know, your girl always want to see what other serums are out there for hair growth. You say you stimulate hair growth, get our app today. They have an app? Yes. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. Anyway, there's something, a pop-up that just keeps blocking me from going to the scalp stimulator oil. So I'm gonna see if I could do it on my phone real quick. So I try to go on the scalp stimulator oil. Here on my phone is $37.99. This is the jumbo scalp stimulator, 7,000 reviews. What I love is that they have a lot of reviews. They have a lot of user-generated content, a lot of TikTok. They have a lot of reviews, social proof. That's gonna be perfect for selling any product, right? You need other people to talk about your product. So they got a lot of people talking about their product and how great it is. Awesome. So you know me, when I do these what the F's, I'm looking for the ingredients because see, that's what I'm trained to do. I'm trained to read and understand product formulation. So I'm like, let's go, let's keep going. So I see all those things, great. I love their bundles. They have bundles. You can get a single, but you save more money if you get two, get three. Love it, love it. For business purposes, it increases the lifetime value of each individual customer. The longer a customer stays with you or have your products for, as far as in months, the better, right? I'm just looking, one-time purchase, they have the subscribe and save. They got it all. Like, shout out to you, the owner of Bask and Lather. I am so proud. Like, this is amazing. So then I go down, I keep going down, and I can't find the ingredients. I do see the description. Enjoy extended use of our best-selling scalp stimulator oil, now in a larger 4-ounce size, infused with rosemary, mint, and omega-rich cold-pressed oils, which it doesn't tell me which oils. You know, for me, I want to know which oils are being used because I want to know what type of fatty acids, what type of lipids. I want to know the comedogenic scale. So is it going to clog my pores? This formula stimulates hair growth, soothes scalp irritation, eliminates dandruff, and enhances shine. So all great benefits, ideal for sustained noticeable results. Lasts approximately 2 months depending on use. So for detailed usage and ingredients, here it is, standard scalp stimulator. So it says to go to the standard one to get the exact ingredients. Okay, it says boost hair growth naturally with our cold press scalp stimulator oil enriched with rosemary, mint, both scalp stimulating essential oils, and nourishing omega-3s, 6, and fatty acids. Okay, so it doesn't tell me which oils, but it just tells me that they have omega-3, 6, and 9 fatty acids. This stimulating oil nourishes your scalp, improves circulation, strengthens hair, soothes irritation, reduce dandruff, and enhance natural shine. Read more. Recommended use. Here are the ingredients. Okay, sorry. I had to look. So I recommended use type 1 and 2 hair, apply up to 2 times weekly. Types 3 to 4, apply up to 4 times weekly. For bald spots or thin edges, apply literally 1 or 2 times a day. Now, these are the ingredients, main ingredients: grapeseed oil, hemp seed oil, THC free, okay. Peppermint, rosemary. Always perform a patch test, very, very important. Consult a healthcare professional if pregnant. Very, very good. I am so proud of them. Nursing or have existing medical conditions, absolutely, okay. Cover your bases. Stimulating hair growth shouldn't be a painful process, and we made sure to include great ingredients that provide additional benefits. Calms irritation, eliminates dandruff, strengthens hair, and restores natural shines. Suitable for all hair types. We recommend performing a small patch test on the forearm before using any new products and discontinuing use if skin irritation occurs. Very important. If you're pregnant, nursing, on medication, or have epilepsy, please consult your healthcare practitioner or a licensed aromatherapist before using essential oils, especially peppermint essential oil. Avoid contact. I'm looking for like all the ingredients, like for shelf life, if there's any preservatives, and it seems like it's an all natural product. And in this case, grapeseed oil, hemp seed oil, peppermint, and rosemary. So it just, in this case, it literally only has carrier oils and essential oils. Now, I don't know how much essential oil, what's the essential oil to carrier oil ratio. So, I mean, listen, you know, essential oils and carrier oils have been helping to stimulate hair growth from the beginning of time. You know, are there more effective or efficacious, more clinically backed ingredients? Absolutely. Formulations that are literally optimal for scalp stimulation, optimal to biohack follicular growth and stem cell activation on a cellular level? Absolutely. But you know what? It's $20. Listen, this right here, I just think is great business acumen, right? The great business savvy oil with carrier oils and essential oils. And obviously mint and peppermint are like the main essential oils known to stimulate blood flow to the scalp. And yeah, listen, I tippy toe when it comes to fellow Black entrepreneur brands because I'm in the business of uplifting everyone. But I will not lie, I'm a little disappointed to not see anything else in this. But hey, listen, they're doing a good job. They're selling it, and their marketing is top tier. So now I cannot remember what product Cardi actually used in the video. I feel like it was a deep conditioner. So let's go to viral bestsellers. Let's see what I could find there. Let's see, viral bestsellers. Maybe that's where it is. So they got the Edge bundle, Ultimate Healthy Hair Care bundle. They got the Jumbo Scalp Stimulator, Curl and Coil Defining bundle. They do a good job of selling bundles. I don't typically do reviews on like stylers like that, mostly hair care. So I'm going past the stylers, unless they have like toxic chemicals that are gonna like hurt your hair. But for the most part, I look for hair care stuff, so hold on. Listen, let's go into the stimulating scalp and hair balm. Let's go into that. Description: stimulate your scalp with our hair balm, rich in shea butter and mango butter. Our all natural scalp balm will provide moisture and shine to your scalp and hair. Additionally, our hair growth cream blend provides vital nutrients to nourish your scalp and hair follicles to aid in hair growth. Unlike traditional hair greases, our stimulating hair balm is petroleum and lanolin free. Avoid clogging pores. Additional benefits: calms scalp irritation, eliminates dandruff and dry scalp, strengthens hair, and restores natural shine. How to use: it's ideal for kinky and curly hair types. Apply hydrating mist or a water-based product first, then apply the balm to lock in moisture and provide shine. Great for protective styles. Okay, we recommend performing a small patch test if you're pregnant, same things. And the ingredients is mango butter, shea butter, beeswax, grapeseed oil, jojoba oil, peppermint, rosemary, lemongrass, vitamin E, lavender oil. Okay, so this is an all natural formula that contains a lot of butters and waxes. Butters and waxes are really good because they're rich in fatty acids. Whenever you hear of fatty acids, think of nutrients, think of moisture. So these things are going to feed your hair, right? They're gonna feed the hair, they're gonna nourish the hair. So think moisture, nourishment, and just feeding the hair. So butters and waxes are good for that, but they're also great, especially the beeswax that's in this is really good for sealing the hair. So whenever you seal anything, whether you're using, like I think skincare, Aquaphor to seal my moisture, I always want to lock in moisture with a sealant. So you don't want to just use a sealant without having some type of moisture product underneath it. That's why they recommend that you hydrate first. So you're going to hydrate with like a humectant. You're going to hydrate with like a glycerin, like a hyaluronic acid, like a honey. Like those are different. Squalene, these are different humectants. And then humectants within themselves, you know, they have kind of like that sealant component, but because they're mostly, you know, they're drawing atmosphere from the environment and sealing in atmosphere, you can then put, you know, over something hydrating, you can then put like a wax, right? So this has mango butter, which is going to be rich in vitamins A and C. This is really good for deeply moisturizing the shaft of the hair. It's going to improve elasticity and reduce breakage. Shea butter is an old school goat, right? We all know shea butter. We all love shea butter. You know, it's one of the top emollients, all natural emollients. When it comes to emollients, it's all about moisture. Emollients are just moisture components, right? So this is good for, you know, sealing in moisture, reducing scalp irritation, you know, and it's especially good for very dry and brittle hair. And then that beeswax is just going to come in and seal everything in. And then it has carrier oils like grapeseed and jojoba. I like jojoba, one of my favorite carriers, because it's lightweight. It has the same benefits and fatty acids as, you know, like your top tiers, like your castor oils, etc. But it mimics your natural sebum. So sometimes it kind of tricks the you know, like your system into believing that it has sebum, and it'll create more sebum, or it'll neutralize or it'll modulate sebum production. So in some cases, it'll help you to not have as much oily hair and clog your follicles as much as you naturally would. And then it has therapeutic essential oils like peppermint, rosemary, lemongrass, lavender. We all know these are great for stimulating hair growth. Essentially, they're good for promoting hair growth. And you know, it has vitamin E, which is an antioxidant. So this formulation is going to work really well for sealing in moisture. It's going to really work well for scalp stimulation, for that nourishment, and for protecting the hair. I think this product all around is just gonna serve as a good grease, a good sealant product. And it's gonna fortify any therapeutic stuff that you're doing underneath it. So if you follow me, you know I always talk about therapeutic leave-ins and using products that have active ingredients that are clinically proven to treat your hair depending on what type of treatment you need. So if you use like one of those leave-ins, some examples, like this is one that I really like. If you're gonna use like a leave-in like this one by L'Oreal, the L5 Total Repair with ceramides, and it's great for breakage. If you use this leave-in and you use that to kind of style a twist out or whatever, that it's a pretty decent product. It's all natural. I don't have that much more to say. I went through the website. I don't know all the products. I don't know what's the main products. If you guys know what the main product is that like their claim to fame that would like for me to review, but I think I have a good, this is all natural stuff. They don't have anything this is stuff that's just it's pretty mild. It's pretty tame. There is nothing here that is like, you know, boom, scientific, or nothing here that's like toxic. It's simple, basic ingredients that are tried and true. This is like DIY that they were able to package and market really, 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 really well. So listen, go and support the business. There's nothing here to be concerned with. Now, for those of you who have, you know, moderate to severe hair loss and you're experiencing real types of hair loss caused by hormonal issues, alopecia, and you know, a number of different things, you know, you're not gonna buy this stimulator oil. I'm just being honest. This stimulator oil is not gonna help you, not even like if you have postpartum hair loss. This is mainly for people who, for the most part, are healthy, may just have some shedding, and they just want like a good oil that they can add to their regimen, right? And it's just gonna help to support hair growth. But if you have real hair loss issues, I will not recommend that you buy this hair growth oil, because that's not what the purpose is for. These oils are really great as far as nourishment is concerned, as far as, yeah, just nourishing the hair. And, you know, you can use some in the scalp, you know, be careful, beware, because sometimes it can clog pores, but you know, you gotta have a good regimen and it all adds up. But listen, for the most part, I'm just proud. I feel like I'm super proud to see entrepreneurs, especially entrepreneurs of color, that is doing the thing that's killing it out here. here. And like I said, these are pretty mild, natural, all natural products that doesn't even seem like they have much preservative or like inactives or anything of that nature. Don't know what the shelf life is, not all that stuff. But if you want to support and, you know, maybe their edge control is like the thing that they really sell. I don't know. This is kind of like a on the fly video where I just wanted to check it out and see, because I saw that, you know, Cardi used it and I'm like, oh, okay, well, dang. Now, if y'all got coins to pay her, now she could have just used it because she does use it. So I don't know. This is all assumptions, y'all. But all that to say, great branding, great marketing. They're doing the thing and I'm proud. Are the products like exceptional and like they're mind-blowing, mind-boggling, and they have scientific data to support like their efficacy? None of the above. They're just natural products. I don't know the story behind it. I don't know, like maybe she could have made it at home first and then she just created this empire. But I'm just proud to see it. Nothing wrong with supporting. Would I buy the balm? Hey, if I want to support, I definitely would. And I could use it because it's all natural and there's nothing in there that concerns me. I wouldn't mind using it to seal my more active and therapeutic ingredients underneath. So depending on what hairstyle I'm doing. So anyway, that's it. I'm done. I just wanted to do a what the F on Bask and Lather and one of their products. Not much to see here because there weren't a lot of ingredients for me to really dissect and go ham on. And I try to tread lightly when I'm dealing with a fellow entrepreneur of color because, you know, I'm really here to promote the business. But if there was anything of concern or anything that I'm like, this is absolute trash, trust me, you know, I would have to be honest, you know, and if not, I won't even put a video out because I'm like, you know, if I don't got nothing nice to say, I'm just not. But like the big ones, the big brands and everybody else, yeah, you're gonna catch this fade. So anyway, love you baddies, and let me know what you want to see more in the comments from me. I'm trying to mix it up and give y'all a variety. Anyway, love you. Bye.